started as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the USC Trojans, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even bringing it out of the end zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Moore will throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Otis. And he'll be brought down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Offense facing fourth down.
Trying to keep this drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
To the ground. He's got it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Motion from the wideout. Might be calling a hot route. Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to go on top on first down. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Knute Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right. We could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry class.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Foster. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
The Trojans will have it first and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw on third. He's got him. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
Try to get it to the edge. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Oh, he drops him. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Burton. He will not get there. A stop on third down leaves him with a fourth down from the 18-yard line. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Moore will throw. Looking for a huge play. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running the route, give him an opportunity.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Moore to the air. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
This quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical fourth downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Minnesota. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Fires to the big fella. On the move at the 30. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newton Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Right back to the well. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Works the middle of the field. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. There he goes. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And the Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last...
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Trojans. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
That makes the score USC 10, Notre Dame 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Might as well give it to him again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Moore will throw. Gets it to the back. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking for space. It's Young. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. And they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Southern Cal. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore to the air. makes the catch. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Trojans. How about this defense taking one back to the house? No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Williams. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Moore will throw. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this team.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defensive coordinator was really pleased with his unit after registering 3 sacks last week. He wanted to add a few more wrinkles in their blitz packages to see if they could build on that in this game. So far, they hadn't gotten to the QB until that last play just now. Now let's find out if they can crank up the heat.
Sends it back in motion. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete to the right. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got the back in the middle. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He might want another play. More to the air. Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, looking to throw it beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. It's Courtney. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. The sure hands, it's good. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get 2 hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Turning it on. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him. B, getting it to him quickly. And then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They'll go to the air. Extending the play. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown USC! And the beatdown has ensued.
Number 86.
Traveler and the entire Trojan Nation starting to feel their oats as SC has built a lead in this one.
I'm impressed, too, with the Trojans of this one. They've got a lot of competition in conference week in, week out. You don't get a break when you go out of conference to play Notre Dame, but mentally, they've had a lot left in the tank. They are dominating Notre Dame here, Dave.
And it's so fun to watch year after year. Great uniforms, great football. This matchup, the Jewel Shillelagh, every single year is always fun to watch.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. From the gun, running back gets to give. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Moore will throw. Get it out on the screen. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza.
Cricket.
Leaves it with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Notre Dame right back to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Offense changing the play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Hands it off. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Throws to the tight end. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
He wants to throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. Finds space on the right. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
at the 21.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. On the move, it's Gaines. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Has the ball and ready to get moving. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Moore to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Rush is on him. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll toss it to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football, so good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
They'll move the wide receiver. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver comes in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Burton. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to NC State. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing.
Breaks into the open. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Gets the back moving. Moore will throw. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll run play action. He's taking a deep shot. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Gaines. There he goes. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
He forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Direct snap. Creates a little space. Crosses the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Coming out with it, it's Smith. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Tommy Trojan rides with a sword on his belt and a jeweled shillelagh at his side after knocking off the Fighting Irish. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.